Yo, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy Airboy, and I'm back with another FanBoyAaron review. And this time, I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 29 Deluxe Class Sideswipe. And of course, we should take a look at his box first. Now here we have Sideswipe here on the front of the box, obviously. He's number 29, Studio Series, Sideswipe. Bottom, not much. Side, there's the same image of Sideswipe. The other side, Sideswipe. The back of the box, you have a very brief bio. So brief, it's just one sentence. As well as some product shots. Transforms in 18 steps. I'll go ahead and read the one-sentence bio. Sideswipe backs up Ironhide in a head-to-head fight against the Dreads. And that's all we need to know about the box for now. Moving on to the main event. Here we have Sideswipe based on his appearance in Transformers Dark of the Moon. Now, Sideswipe, I feel, is one of the Michael Bay Autobots that benefited the most from his design, because I absolutely love the way he looks in the movies. Honestly, after Optimus and Ironhide, he's probably my favorite movie design. As you can see, this figure is done with a beautiful silver paint. Very screen accurate to the film. I know he did not have that Autobot symbol there. That's just one I threw on just because. Well, yeah, there's this lovely silver paint all throughout the vehicle mode. Got some red for the taillights. If I remember correctly, this particular vehicle is a Chevy Stingray, I think? I don't know. I want to say that's what it is, but I don't know for certain. There isn't any paint on the rims, unfortunately, but, you know, no big deal. And he does have accessories, but they are all already stored as part of the vehicle. Well, I guess you can't really count the guns as a part of the vehicle mode. But the swords, more or less, are, and they're attached here, so. Yeah, the weapons and stuff are already attached. Rolls fairly well. He's a very flat car. Let's get on to some size comparisons to show you how flat he is. Just get the camera to focus. Focus. There we go. Here he is next to the Studio Series Optimus Prime. There's a sense of scale there. I think a semi-truck would be a little bigger than this thing, but, you know, nothing's nothing's perfect. Here he is, a Studio Series Ironhide. Scale-wise, I think that's a little more accurate. Here he is with Studio Series Ratchet. Here he is with Studio Series Starscream. Here he is with Studio Series Dropkick. Just compare him with another car. And here he is with the Last Night Barricade. You see, Barricade's a little bit bigger than Sideswipe, as I feel he should be. Alright, now, since I already more or less pointed out the accessories, and I'm going to go ahead and point them out again as I take this guy apart. Let's transform him. First, you want to remove the swords. They just clip into those little slots right there. Each one's the same design, just molded in reverse to accommodate the vehicle mode. Set that aside. Alright, you want to come down here. Pull down the arms, get them out of the way. You want to remove the gun. I'll go ahead and show off the gun right now. He comes with two of these little double barrel blasters, which I do believe he used for the movie. And they're done in this gunmetal color with a little black and silver paint. I do appreciate that there is some paint on the weapons. Comes with 2 of those. Just going on the transformation. It's going to be a little tricky on camera, because certain things on this figure do hold very securely. What do we want to do? I think we want to come down here and attach the legs. Get the camera to focus. Is autofocus on? There we go. Yeah, that's better. Alright, separate the legs. Flip them down. Pull them apart. Come around. You want to rotate this part. Bend these like that. Flip each side down. Connect it. Repeat it on the other side. Separate that. Flip both sides down. There we got the legs all done. Now for the tricky part, you want to come up here and pull that down. Pull these parts down and out of the way. Then you want to come to the back. Oh no, not the back. You want to get your finger in there, pull this part down. Close that up. Alright, now for the tricky part. What you want to do is you want to come here, rotate that around, come back here, and do the same thing. Rotate that around on that little swivel in there. Well, first you want to flip that down, then you rotate it around. These parts are on hinges and ball joints to help with the transformation. You bring the hinge down all the way, flush against his back, and you take the hood of the car. You see that little slot? There's a little peg in there. It's a little tricky to see. Yeah, there it is. A little peg in there. It'll plug right in there. Lock it into place. Shift the arms back up. You want to come in here, flip the hands out. Both sides. Then just move everything where you need it to be so it looks presentable. And I think we got it. Here we have Deluxe Class Sideswipe in his robot mode, and I really like how this guy turned out. Now granted, I think he could have used a little more silver paint for the robot mode, but as it is, he doesn't look half bad. Just the camera a little bit. We're going to get in here close, look at some of the details. Unlike previous movie Sideswipes, this one actually has a screen-accurate head sculpt. He's got some light blue eyes. Turn the light on, will that help? Yeah, alright, that'll help show the details a little bit. As you can see, he's got plenty of molded detail all throughout his body. It's just a lack of paint in the robot mode. But, you know, no biggie. I still like how it turns out. There's these little pistons in his legs that move when you move his legs. I do like that. I believe that is something that older versions of the toy had. And of course, if we want, we can give him his weapons. I'm going to turn that light off now because we don't really need it. As you saw, we got a couple options for weapons. We got these 2 little guns. Just peg into his hand. Oops. Like so. That doesn't look half bad. And of course, if you don't want him using the guns, there are these little slots on the back on either side. And you'll notice that each gun does have a little slot. Why isn't my autofocus working? There we go. Does have a little slot on either side. my camera's not cooperating with me, but you can see it. It'll plug right in there. So if you don't want to use the guns, you can just store them right there. I'll go ahead and plug the other one in there too. And you can still use the slots from the vehicle mode to store the swords if you don't want to use those either. But, as we all know, Sideswipe, those of us who actually enjoyed the first set of Bay films, as we all know, Sideswipe's classic look is the wrist swords. So we're going to put those on them. And they attach via slot and little peg connection. There we go. And it could be just a case of your mileage may vary, but sometimes the connection isn't that tight or secure. But it still works. It does what it's meant to do. There we have Sideswipe looking all cool with his swords. Oh, posability. I better go over that. The head is on a ball joint. You can look up that far. You can look down about that far. You can rotate all the way around. Shoulders are on ball joints. However, due to all the stuff around his shoulders, it can kind of get in the way. You go out that far. There is a bicep swivel, 90-degree bend at the elbow, and the hands can only move in and out because of transformation. Again, my camera refuses to cooperate with me. There we go. He does have slight waist rotation, but it'll only go about that far before stuff on his back starts getting in the way. The hips are on a ball joint, so he can kick that high, kick about that far back. He's got a decent spread, not enough to do a full split, but it's decent enough. He has a thigh rotation. He's got a bend at the leg there, and a bend at the leg here. And you can move his toes and his heel spurs up and down. Oh, yeah, he's not the most posable thing in the world, but you get what you need out of him. Also, these wing pieces here are on hinges and ball joints, so you can have those adjusted how you want. His gun popped off. We'll just put his guns to the side. That is one little problem. When you're storing the guns, they do pop off of there fairly easy, so if you got the guns on there, be careful when you're handling them. Alright, let's get on to the comparisons. If I can get him to stand. There we go. Here he is next to Optimus Prime. You can see Optimus is a little bit taller than Sideswipe, as he should be. Here he is next to his buddy Ironhide. And the two of them do look pretty good together. And if you have the Dreadbots like I do, they do make quite the impressive display. Here he is next to Ratchet. As you can see, Sideswipe is a little on the shorter side, which is screen accurate. He was a little shorter than most of the other Autobots. But damn, he was good. Here he is next to Studio Series Dropkick. Here he is next to Studio Series Starscream. See, Starscream's quite a bit bigger than he is. And here he is next to the Last Night Barricade. Alright, well, there we have it. That has been the Transformers Studio Series Sideswipe. Oh, one more thing to show off. The box. Studio Series box. All come with these inserts, which you can use for a display. Sideswipes is the area where he and Ironhide fought the Dreads. Again, I don't use these, but if you do, well, more power to you. Now, as he stands, he is approximately 4 3/4 inches from foot to head, and at the time of release, he's going for about $20. I think you can still find him for that much. Would I recommend picking this guy up? Yes, I would. He is a very fine addition to any movie Transformers figure collection. If you can find him, grab him. And this has been the Transformers Studio Series Sideswipe. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, leave a nice comment, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.